I mean, just at first bite, I just sit there, close my eyes, and just like moan for a couple of minutes just because it's so good. So the origins of Detroit-style pizza were at Buddy's, at the Ford factories. They had these blue steel pans they would use on the floor to keep things like nuts and bolts. Basically, they used these pans and they would make pizza, which, already existed in Sicily. It was square, tall, big bubbles, very soft and hairy. So what Detroit style does basically just takes it another level, and it takes the cheese all the way to the edges, so you get that caramelized cheese edge. But on the inside, it's all just soft and fluffy.
5 Squared came to be because my husband's a cook and he's always wanted to have a food truck of some sort.
I just got exposed to Detroit style pizza and I was just like, what in the world is this? And I found a great recipe and started working on my own. And every time I made it, everyone absolutely loved it.
And we're like, this is it. We have to do this in a food truck.
And then I just kept going and going and going and going. And 2 months later, I'm quitting my job, Jen's quitting her job, and we're both starting a food truck here in Chicago. I totally overestimated how difficult it would be to actually run a food truck in Chicago. We didn't realize how hard it was going to be.
Sometimes we would have set places that we would go, but other times I would have to look for events to go to.
At least half of our events got rained out in the first 2 months.
So I'd have to look on Facebook and see where we can go.
And then we started having events canceled. And we'd been thinking about opening up our commissary here, our kitchen, just to be able to have people come here and pick up the pizza or have us deliver right out of here. This is our message to say, start doing it now. We haven't had a week where we haven't sold out since.
Friday schedules are a little crazy. We get up at 5:30 a.m. The first 2 hours we're prepping things, making sure everything's weighed out in containers. We're ready to just grab and go. And then we start cooking, we start boxing everything up, and then we take pickup orders from 5 to 7 p.m. and Steve's out doing deliveries until about 8 p.m. and we are getting home about 9 p.m. that day.
We give you the pizza par-baked. We've baked it once, it's cooled down. Basically, when you're ready to eat it, you put it on a sheet tray, you heat that baby up for 10 minutes. It is absolutely perfect for the Detroit style because it's creates this layer, this millimeter, thick layer on the outside that's just all airy and crispy. We sell 120 pizzas a week and we have 14 options. We have 6 that we call the OGs. That's the cheese, the pesto, the pepperoni, sausage, spinach and artichoke, and then the Italian beef, because we're in Chicago, of course. Depending on the month, there are some really good synergy opportunities. We have a mac and cheese and we have a buffalo chicken. So combined buffalo mac and cheese. We have an Italian beef pizza and we have a sausage pizza, and we make the Chicago combo, which is the two together. So those are all really fun, and whenever we release a new flavor, it seems like that one is always the #1 seller for that week.
Our feedback from customers is nothing but amazing. There's times we sit on the couch and read these comments and tear up. It's just absolutely amazing how people keep coming back to us. The loyalty that people are showing us is just absolutely amazing. Not shooting people to a Talk or a Grubhub and actually having to pick up from myself or delivery from Steve has been the most amazing thing.